What images does ancient Egypt evoke in your mind? Pharaohs? Pyramids? A whole lot of mystery? If you want to discover amazing facts about this cool civilization, you've come to the right place. Without further ado, let's count down the 10 most interesting facts about ancient Egypt. At number 10, mad medical practices. If there's one thing you don't want to take from ancient Egyptians, it's medical advice. They resorted to some pretty unique hacks to take care of their ailments. Don't know what we're talking about? Take a look at their time-tested concoctions to treat balding. Check out your lotions and potions. According to a 1550 BC Egyptian medical document, all the ingredients that you really need to zap that baldness are some oil, a female greyhound's leg, and a donkey's hoof. Just make sure that the greyhound's leg is sautéed. Ugh. Moving on to number 9, amazing dental hygiene. The Egyptians sure knew how to bear those sparkly whites. After all, they were the ones who actually invented toothpaste. Granted, ashes, eggshells that had been burnt to a crisp, pumice, powdered ox hooves, and ashes could not have given them fresh minty breath, but they surely must dazzle with their top-notch dental hygiene. Crazy. Those ancients were pretty big on toothpicks too, so much so that they buried toothpicks with the mummies. Surely, it must give them a leg up to impress those in the skies with that flawless smile. At number 8, the pyramids were the result of paid labor. While the construction of the pyramids is almost miraculous in a day and age when technology was non-existent, no slaves had to slog to build them. They were a labor of love and loyalty to the pharaoh. But make no mistake, the laborers were monetarily compensated for their painstaking effort. Those who died in the process were given a dignified burial in the proximity of the pyramids, housing remains of pharaohs who had crossed over to the other side. Astounding. Sliding on to number 7, ancient Egyptians were cat people. Looks like cat mania has pretty historical roots. The ancient Egyptians were diehard feline fans. They literally kissed the ground cats walked on as they revered them. Cats were thought to be above all in the animal hierarchy. They were worshipped and decked in spectacular jewels. That takes bling to another level. They were given the same honor as pharaohs and were mummified after they crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Sitting pretty at number 6, they were pros at hexing and voodoo. This one's kinda spooky. Magic was another thing the Egyptians were really awesome at. We recommend that you never try this at home. Hell, hath no fury like an Egyptian scorned. Once angered, they were liable to come up with a clay or papyrus voodoo doll and annihilate it by burning or stabbing. They brought their craft to completion by immersing what remained of said doll in bucket loads of urine. Moving on to number 5. Women empowerment existed in ancient Egypt. This one comes with a slight catch. One of the most phenomenal pharaohs of Egypt was a woman. But this was all hush-hush, of course, as she was masquerading as a man. Surprised? The uber-successful Hatshepsut Ma'at-Kara, who ruled over Egypt in the 18th dynasty, was handpicked as a ruler on merit, even though King Thutmose's first male heir already existed. That's girl power. Festering at number 4, the revolting whims of pharaohs. That the pharaohs were absurdly rich and powerful is no secret. Some were actually quite eccentric, especially when it came to their odd preferences. Take Pharaoh Pepi, whose reign is remembered for its longevity. 94 years on the throne is no walk in the park. His strategy to live a long and healthy life was to stay away from flies. Pepi was not the best boss. His servants had to do all the dirty work for him. They were coated with honey to attract all the flies at court. Genius! Now, for the top 3. At number 3, the Egyptians had a unique hiring policy. Whoever said looks can't get you far in the world clearly didn't meet recruiters in ancient Egypt. Physical attributes like dwarfism or an unusually tall height were guaranteed to fetch you a coveted job, such as a gold worker. The logic behind it is that it would be way easier to catch any kleptomaniacs with that appearance. They'd be pretty hard to miss. Moving on to number 2, spooky scientific knowledge. The pyramids are an absolute enigma. What completely freaks us out is the fact the Great Pyramid is speculated to be some kind of instrument in astrology. What's spookier is that the pyramids of Giza correspond with Orion's belt in astounding alignment. Wow! Bagging the spot at number 1, Egypt's submerged city. The ancient city of Heraklion disintegrated into the sea. Nobody knew about it until 1933, when a British pilot chanced upon the ruins. But it wasn't until 1999 that archaeologists located the city. Thanks for watching this video, and we hope you learned something new. Please like and subscribe for more, and leave a comment below for anything you would like to see in the future.